Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York. This is part 2 of, excuse me, putting the bits and pieces of information in my mind into proper context. This is St. Patrick. This is St. Patrick, picture of St. Patrick. And this is St. Patrick as he is today. He's the granddaughter of the sun, and her name is Melanie Spear, and this is her daughter, St. Kabir. Okay, St. Patrick was a 5th century Romano-British Christian missionary and bishop in Ireland, known as the Apostle of Ireland. He is the primary patron saint of Ireland, along with Saints Bridget and Kildare and Columba. Okay, now I decoded that. Let's see. Archangel Gabriel, is that what? Sister Bridget Gabriel, sister of Archangel Gabriel. Eve Evangeline Einstein was Gabriel. And Gabriel was a messenger of the good. And we are doing Judgment Day, which is the name of another video. But that's what we're doing. That's what Gabriel's doing, giving you the message of the good, which is the supreme being, the grandest good of all. Okay. I mean, he gives us light. He's been doing it for billions of years, and food, energy, Okay, so it says, her, conscious, heaven, C for conscious, H for heaven, angel. Okay, angel, her a conscious, heavenly angel. That's Gabriel, who is Eve. Is known as, St. Patrick is known as the angel of revelation or announcement. He plays a significant role in Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and many other faiths, acting as a messenger for good. The Son in the Bible, Gabriel, can be found in the books of Luke, who is Dr. Benjamin Carson. One of his books is called Think Big. You don't get much bigger than having a book in the Bible. So, and Dr. Carson was a pediatric neurosurgeon. He did 15,000 brain operations before he retired. So he's pretty big. And he has been awarded the Medal of Freedom, the highest medal you can receive as a civilian. Okay, and also Daniel is another book in the Bible. Divine Angel Einstein Evangeline's Will. Okay, what this is Judgment Day is the will of Einstein Evangeline, who is Eve, who is Miles Red Songbird, who is me. What is the scribe of God, of good, the grandest, greatest good, the Son? According to Jewish apocryphal Metatron is the name Enoch. Enoch. Eve, inner orders, conscious heaven church. Okay. Baby book. Baba G, orders of king. That's what book is. Genesis. Govinda entered in Eve, his sister, and he is in me now. He has been in me since I was 5 years old, in my brain, guiding me and protecting me and loving me. Sent here from by the Son, sent him here to look after me, the Son's daughter. Okay, Owen Benjamin's video, Will Smith, Seth, Adam and Eve's third son, sexually abuses his son on television. It's complicated. Tell Eve vision. Tell Eve vision. Okay, that's what he's going to do. Will Smith force kisses his son. I think it was Jaden on his mouth. His son runs away. When Eve Minnow, so-called dad, Kenneth, puts his mouth on her when she was 6 years old and kisses her, puts spit into her mouth, she was frozen with shock and paralyzed by the thought of offending him, which was unacceptable to her. So she sat holding the unexpected, undesired, warm, now disgusting liquid in her mouth. She had a choice: spit it out and hurt his feelings, rejecting his liquid, a part of him, or act as if you're going through no turmoil and everything is normal, is all right. Act like he's done nothing wrong. So she swallowed her mouth full of disgusting liquid. Will Smith showed he loved his son so much that he allows him to show him he finds his spittle in his mouth out of context disgusting. They show Eve that she was right to find Kenneth disgusting for spitting in her mouth, as Adam Ape had spit in Eve's mouth when they first got together. You see what happened? Jaden was able to run away from his father and say, "No, I don't want you to spit in my mouth. I don't like your spit." Eve couldn't do that. Minnow, she was called at that time. She just sat there trying to protect the guy she thought was her father, from knowing that his spit was disgusting. She didn't want to hurt his feelings. Saints are very soft-hearted. She had been Guru Nanak. She was a saint. And she was very soft-hearted. She couldn't be hard enough to hurt him. See? Okay. She was only 6 years old. So Will Smith's Seth can be seen caught by a camera angry because a German male reporter kissed him, a stranger, and Will Smith slapped him in the mouth. He's clearly not a homosexual nor a pedophile. Saint Kabir was, I'll show you Saint Kabir. That's her. When she was a baby, she drooled in my mouth as my grandbaby, and it didn't bother me at all. She showed me that if you love someone, especially a baby and a grandmother relationship, their liquid coming into your mouth doesn't bother you. Will Smith was doing his duty as a saint to show Eve not to doubt herself, that she was right, because he had no business spitting her in her mouth without her permission. And who's gonna say, "May I spit in your mouth?" And what kind of man French kisses a little 6-year-old? You know. So he was clearly insensitive, like a dog or an animal. He didn't have human sensibilities. The mother said he used to drink the children's milk too. They wouldn't have much milk, and he'd just go ahead and drink the milk. And he used to beat her sister. She would be on a potty, and she'd try to get up off the potty, and if she hadn't pooped, he'd smack her down with a belt. So he was vicious. He was like a pit bull. So her mother, talking about Minnow's mother, had gotten pregnant by the colored people's God, Reverend Dr. Wilbur Daniel, who looked white and had sand-colored hair like her. She went to his church, St. John the Baptist Church. Her first son, who was illegitimate like her, although her mother acted like she wasn't illegitimate, her mother lied and said, because she asked her mother straight up, is he my father? And her mother lied and said, yes, he's your father. So she acted like Minna was the daughter of her husband, Kenneth, when she was the daughter of Reverend Wilbur Daniel. Okay, so St. John the Baptist was Anthony C. Williams, who had been Jesus Christ's master. Jesus Christ's master decoded Jesus, Eve, her, good son, U.S. source. Master is Ma Saint Energy her. Ma as Saint, Eve, her, he. Einstein Evangeline. Okay. Einstein decoded Eve instant saint energy IN, which means Eve saw instantly because she reads, feels, senses energy. See energy in nozzles. She sees, she senses, she knows. Ken now orders world breaths. Talk and share. Be he, her energy as saints talk and share. Okay, this is the world's orders. Be the saints, be the energy of saints, have the energy of saints, talk and share. Okay, if you'll talk and share religiously, you can be as smart and as soft, good-hearted as saints. I'm astonished. Okay, that's one truth. Now I'm on to another point. I'm astonished at how many answers my personal spiritual guide, Charan Singh Ji, King, Rabbi, Jesus Christ, gave me when I went to see him in India, the land of spirituality, spirit, reality, quality, quantity. And how many, I can hardly see this, it's blurry. These are my eyes, I've been reading so long now. And how many answers, I'm trying to give you a picture while I read. And how many answers Gurinder Singh Ji, Jesus Christ, the Buddha, Santa Claus, has given me and continued to give me. As I said, he's in me, in my brain. The trick has been to meditate, talk and share, relax, staying alert, and sensing where the statements fit the questions' answers. Okay, that's how I started the other video, saying I was putting in context the bits and pieces of information in my mind. Okay, so I had the bits and pieces. Okay, so another topic. Cesarean births, which have been widely used, or drugs to mask the birth pains, have weakened the mother and the child, because the strength and self-confidence they would have gained with the baby struggling to make it down the dark tunnel, the birth canal, into the new world, the physical world, would have made them appreciate their new world as it was so hard to get to. What's that? Because it's special, like Shangri-La. Shangri-La was a TV show that had glorious, mysterious kind of music. I loved that movie. Okay, so that's all I have to say. This is part 2. This is Mild Red. I hope your mind clears with the information I've given you, because it's impossible to understand a problem when you don't have all the information. So there you go. It's Mild Red Songbird in New York City, saying goodbye to Christopher Columbus, St. Patrick, Columbus, the explorer, St. Patrick. She was also Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra, Vincent van Gogh. One of his paintings sold for $60 million. She should get that money, because she's Vincent van Gogh. Nobody else should get her. She was also a witch burned at the stakes in one lifetime. Okay, so this is Mild Red Songbird in New York City. Talk to you again soon.